Hello everybody, this is your Digital Super Saiyan 3 back here with another video. And today, I'm finally gonna do my October pay-per-view review. And for October, I'm doing WWF In Your House Buried Alive. Took place October 20th, 1996 in the Marketplace Arena in Indianapolis, Indiana. On commentary, you got Vince McMahon, Jerry the King Lawler, and Jim Ross. So our first match of the show is a match between Stone Cold Steve Austin and Hunter Hearst Helmsley, aka Triple H. And yes, this was a good match between the two. Definitely not the best Triple H Austin match. Most people say that it was their match at No Way Out 2001, and yeah, they did have the best match on that show, and probably, it was the best match of these guys' careers. Especially when it comes to the rivalry between Triple H and Steve Austin. Yeah, Mr. Perfect did come out during this match. And yes, he had beef with both Austin and Triple H. And yes, both these guys were heels. But, in a sense, it was still a good match. It was still a fun match to watch. 8 out of 10. Next match, you got Owen Hart and the British Bulldog defeating the Smoking Guns to retain the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Championships. Now, the Smoking Guns had been on top of the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team division, but after losing to Owen and Bulldog, Sonny, who was their manager, split from them. And basically all Billy Gunn could think about is basically Sonny during this entire match. So, really nothing more to be said here about it. So, after this, Jim Ross gets up from the commentary table because he's pissed that his microphone kept fucking up during the first two matches of the show. And JR is calling out Vince McMahon, saying, "You try to have me fired," and everything. And I'll be at Raw tomorrow in Fort Wayne, Indiana, since Bret Hart is supposed to return at Raw tomorrow night, the following night on Raw. Now this leads us into our third match, a match for the WWF Intercontinental Championship. As the champion, Wildman Mark Marrow defeats Goldust. Now, I'm not gonna rib on these guys. It was a decent match for what it was. I give it a 6. A 6 out of 10 is what I give this match. Hunter Hearst Helmsley and Mr. Perfect were out there. Like, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, after his match earlier with Steve Austin, now he comes back out and he basically confronts Mr. Perfect because the following night on Raw, he would have a match with Mr. Perfect. Our next match is a number one contendership for Shawn Michaels' WWF Championship as Psycho Sid defeats Vader in a battle of the big men. A battle of who has the best power bomb of the World Wrestling Federation, Vader or Psycho Sid. And obviously, Psycho Sid won this match. It was fine for what it was. It was a fine for what it was match. I mean, it was two bulls going at it, so this is what you expect. I mean, Shawn Michaels was on commentary for this match, and he was doing play-by-play. Heck, the World Wrestling Federation title wasn't even on the line on this show. But that doesn't mean we didn't get to see the World Wrestling Federation champion, since Shawn Michaels was on commentary during the show. So yet again, I give this match another 6. So next we get to our main event, as the Undertaker defeats Mankind in the first ever Buried Alive match. Basically, Paul Bearer had betrayed The Undertaker back at SummerSlam 1996. During the Boiler Room Brawl at the end of it, Paul Bearer nailed The Undertaker in the head with the urn, and he basically joined forces with Mankind. He basically is now managing Mankind, and this feud continued after Undertaker returned at the Mind Games pay-per-view, at the In Your House Mind Games pay-per-view, when Undertaker came out of a casket and attacked Mankind. And this Buried Alive match between Undertaker and Mankind was insanely intense. Like, one of my favorite moments was when Mankind tried to pile drive The Undertaker on the exposed concrete, but then Undertaker, he lifted up Mankind and then drove Mankind into the steel steps back first, as Mankind was still holding onto The Undertaker after Taker, reversed his pile driver and then just drove Mankind into the steel steps. It was intense, but Undertaker won the match officially, and he officially won the match, but that didn't stop there. Taker was determined to bury Mankind alive. But then a masked man came out and attacked The Undertaker, and basically saving Mankind as the whole bunch of heels, as the World Wrestling Federation's top heels came out and were helping Mankind and Paul Bearer bury The Undertaker alive. Just when you think this was it for The Undertaker, lightning struck the coffin near the grave, or lightning struck the grave on the site, and The Undertaker's hand popped out, and Vince McMahon's like, "He's alive! The Undertaker's alive!" Probably the best call Vince McMahon ever made as a commentator, but I gotta say, this match was still enjoyable to watch, and it was a true classic between Mankind and The Undertaker, but that doesn't mean the rivalry / feud was over. Oh no, it wasn't. Anyway, final thoughts of this show. I enjoyed this show from 1996, WWF In Your House Buried Alive. It was definitely a really interesting and intriguing show. Anyway, see you guys for my November pay-per-view review. This has been your Digital Super Saiyan 3, and I'll see you next time. Saiyan out.